A lot of things all come together that make a rescue here difficult.
The Central Coast is one of the most beautiful places in the world, but it's also one of the most dangerous places to be a lifeguard. The ocean here doesn't forgive mistakes.
It's, that death of 1,000 cuts where it's not one thing that makes the beach difficult or unsafe. It's that steep beach in combination with the sand, the cold water, sneaker waves, shore pound, and then steep drop-offs.
The last few months have been relentless. In February, a 9-year-old boy at Point Lobos had to be rescued after he got knocked off the rocks.
Circumstances of the rescue, it seemed pretty grim at the time, so we're very happy that he is recovering.
Just a few days earlier, at Garrapatta, a fisherman had to be rescued after he was swept into the ocean. Lifeguards worked together to save him before it was too late.
I was able to get eyes on and, working together, we got him because he didn't have much more time.
Not every call ends with a rescue. 3 people drowned in just the month of November, all at Garrapatta.
That's a park that's seeing a lot more visitation than it used to. It's a rural zone without a lot of resources.
The recent deaths are highlighting the importance of having enough lifeguards, and the state wants to hire more to better cover a large area.
We respond to anything water-related along the Monterey County coastline.
We try as best we can, but we can't keep eyes on the entire coastline all the time. So as many eyes as we can get, as many people as we can get.
A lifeguard tryout is happening on March 7th. To qualify, candidates have to pass a physical test, run in soft sand straight into the ocean, and then back again. I decided to see what it takes. The lifeguards make it easy. I do not. Training goes far beyond endurance, including rescue simulations in some of the most dangerous scenarios on the coast. Lifeguards took me on a rescue watercraft to show me how they can pull somebody from the water with just one hand. They even simulated what happens when someone is swept down the Carmel River Lagoon to where the river current meets the surf. The job requires strength, speed, skill, judgment under pressure, and a love for the water.
The best lifeguard is someone who loves the ocean and someone who wants to be in the ocean every day, someone who makes good decisions, someone who acts independently, someone who's respectful and professional.
I just can't speak highly enough of the job and the opportunities. I'll never be rich. The joke is we get paid in sunsets, but I have a state house. I have enough money to raise a family.
A group of lifeguards working together to make a difference, to be there on someone's worst day, on a coastline where every second and every lifeguard counts. Paul Dudley, KSBW, Action News 8.
So that lifeguard tryout is Saturday, March 7th at Del Monte Beach at 9 o'clock in the morning. You will need to pass a competitive swimming test of a 1,000-yard open water swim, continuous 200-yard run followed by a 400-yard swim, and then the 200-yard run. Starting pay for a seasonal lifeguard is $21.29 an hour. Pay for state park peace officer lifeguards start at about $5,500 a month and go up from there. You can find more information on all of this on our website, KSBW.com.